Well, that was weird. Whole system shut down, guys. Sorry about that. I'm a couple minutes behind. I did get my giant cup of tea, though. I said to Jody, I shouldn't have been talking about Hillary Clinton. And we also had one of our military helicopters go over. So you can put me on mute. That's okay. My husband would love to put me on mute. So let me just see who's in the chat. I saw my good friend Rick Paul. Rick Paul, I do owe you an communication back. Angus came down with the flu, so I was running out to the doctor. I was doing some crazy stuff. So I've got a couple of questions on the board. We just came out of a members only live stream where I gave away some readings. So if you would like to be eligible for a free reading from me, you should join the cookie jar. So this is the first time ever I am going to do Mixtape Monday live, and I look exhausted. There's just not enough filter in StreamYard anymore. I'm not even filtered. Let me filter myself. Hopefully we're not going to crash for the filter. So there we go. Give me more. Give me 53-year-old filter. There we go. Now I look a little bit better. Makeup can only do so much. So it's good to see everybody there. Tammy Pride, good to see you. Oh God, I do need a filter. And I have a hair appointment this Friday. So I've got to do a lot of coordinating. And my old keyboard is trying to engage. So let me see what else we got here. You have a tea too. Hello, Carol. Oh, Tammy, I love you too. You are a peach. Tammy is an absolute peach. She's so sweet and she has the best voice ever. Best voice. So let's check it out. Drusilla's got me on mute. Something Gregopedia would love to do. Monday Gremlins. Absolutely, Dave Murphy. We got Monday Gremlins. So, all right. So let's go. And that's why Grumpy Sapper does not wear makeup. Outer Limits. Good to see you. Good to see you. Rhea Snakespeare. Love that name. Rick, Angus just got sick today. I'm still sick. I'm still nebulizing. I still feel fairly crappy in the morning. So this flu really took it out of me. So let's get talking. So it is Mixtape Monday. This is where you guys direct the chat. Reserve your personal readings. I'm going to do Margie's just because Margie put that in, and I'm going to do hers first. She put that in. Share repository. Hi, who are you? That's the first time I saw your name up there. It's good to see you. But we're going to be doing pop culture today, guys. Pop culture, the news. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff tomorrow on 2 for Tuesday. You're going to get JD Vance versus Volodymyr Zelensky. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Elizabeth Higgins, I see your question there. I love it. I did see the sleepover. I just saw the sleepover. So, or at least it looks like a sleepover. So, Margie, this is one personal question we're going to do. Guys, I'll have a live later on this week where you can ask more personal questions, but this is Mixtape Monday. This is where we want to talk about the news. I didn't like JD Vance at first, Margie. I don't know. I kind of like him now. Now I have to listen to the book. I got the book Hillbilly Elegy, and now I have to listen to it. So let's talk about your cat. Will your new cat, Poppy, and the other cat get along? The vet isn't sure if she has a throat polyp and hopes it's just an upper respiratory infection. Does she have a polyp? So let's see if they get along first. This is current cat. possible new cat. Possible new cat. Current cat. How's she feel about it? Oh. So, current cat. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even have the card. I did this twice already. What is wrong with me? Having a day. So, current cat, I think, likes being a hermit, does not want to move forward, and possibly will be difficult. New cat, 6 of Pentacles. New cat is a little bit full of, how do we say piss and vinegar? Politely? How do we say that politely? Huh?
It's too late. You already just said it.
I just said it. So, oh, there's a movie too, Hillbilly Elegy. I forgot about that. I can watch the movie. I can watch the movie and listen to the book while I'm on the treadmill. So I think there's going to be some conflict of interest. Can we live together with these 2 kitty cats? Zephyr said piss and vinegar is filet. 5 of Pentacles. So I think if you make room for both, they may be like solitary cats in your house. Like they won't kind of interact. Like you're not going to find them. I don't know. Drennan Davis, I don't know if you follow Drennan Davis, but he's got a whole house full of cats that have great noises, great voices, Frog, Newt, and Toad. And then there's, why can't I remember his name? Doug. They're business cats. They're really funny. It's a very clever thing that he did during the pandemic. He's got lots of followers. Love those cats. But I don't think you're going to get that kind of thing, like where they're all curled up together. But I think you could have 2 solitary cats in the house. They may not be the best of buds, but I think that they would tolerate each other after a certain amount of time. So let's see. Is it a polyp or an upper respiratory? Polyp? Upper respiratory. I'm thinking it's a polyp, but I also think they may find more than one. Is it workable? Can we take care of this? 5 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles. I don't think it's a surgery. I think they can do something with it. I'm not a vet, and I've never had a pet with a polyp. But I think that there's something that they can do about this without an invasive surgery. I think they can do something else. So, will she be okay? Will she be okay? Magician. Empress. So I think we may have to be on something to kind of keep it where we'll be. But I think, a lot of care will help. This that we have the technology. Name that movie. All right, name that show. We can rebuild her. I do think that there's something that they can do for Kitty. But I think it's going to be ongoing. I think it's something that we have to do ongoing. So, thank you, Margie. Don't forget, Margie was one of the winners of my free reading for my membership. So again, if you would like to be eligible for a free reading once a month, $6 Million Man. Thank you, Margie. If you want to be eligible, you can join the fray. But even more fun than that, and this is totally free, Friday night, Grumpy Sapper does a live music, movie, fun, trivia, mixed it up, guessing game. It's a super fun happy hour. Come on over there and join in the fun. I've got a little conflict this week. I got to talk to you about that, Grumpy Sapper. I did not see that coming, but I have a little bit of a conflict. So we were going to do my show beforehand, but I may have to do it after again. Sorry about that. So we got Demi Moore. She likes her name said Demi because she's actually a Demetria. And there's Zephyr with a endorsement. Grumpy Sappers lives are a lot of fun. They are a lot of fun. So we are working up a fun kind of happy hour Friday, dovetailing into each other. So come and join the fun on Friday. You can go over there and set a reminder, go sub to him, set a reminder, watch some of his stuff. It's really fun. You can watch some of the lives and see what we do over there. It's a hootenanny sometimes. So we got our first pop culture question on the table, and it's Karen Coltis. Now, you guys, just for anybody that's new, this is Mixtape Monday. It's an homage to my 80s upbringing. What we do is I post up, hey, Hutch, Angus has the flu. I'll message you later. He woke up this morning with a fever, and I brought him over, and they sent the labs out, but he's probably got the flu. So my poor baby, that kid gets sick every 5 minutes. It's unbelievable. He's already had rotavirus. Between the two of us, the MediMerge is like, oh, you're back. We go there once a week. So Mixtape Monday. This is where I do an homage to my 80s upbringing, where we used to make mixtapes for each other. So I post up over the weekend. You guys should send me some questions, some cool things that you want to read about, and I will answer as many questions as I can in a production video. But today, I am doing it live. So, and I always feature a deck every week. So this is the Llewellyn Classic Tarot. And we also have, just for variety, the Animal Guides Tarot, which is based on the Rider-Waite, but it's got all animal guides in it. It's really cool. Really cool. So, will Musk be protected from those in politics whom Doge has uncovered, working the system, making themselves rich through insider information? He talked on Rogan. As if he talked about he could be aid. I see what you're saying. So, one of my friends used to work for the Department of Defense, not to be mentioned, and agreed that there is a lot of fluffernutter in the I just flipped one of these cards over. I just want to put it right. Set that thing right. There's a lot of fluffernutter in the Department of Defense. At least my friend saw that. So a lot of people that are not doing their job and outsourcing their job. So they subcontract their jobs to other people, and they just basically do nothing and collect a paycheck, or they have other jobs, which is even more interesting. So will Musk be protected from those in politics who may come back for him? Oh yeah, Knight of Swords. That is serious protection there. And the Death card and Temperance. So what is the Death card all about here? Inevitable resistance to. So you all know that I love Russian history. Again, for the people in the back, I'm not a Putin supporter. Earl in aisle 7. I am not a Putin supporter. Я говорю по-русски, потому что мой папа Varus. My father's from Russia. That was really bad grammar there, guys. Anybody that speaks Russian, don't laugh at me in the comments. But my father, his family is from the area that is in dispute right now. And there are some people thank you, Margie. There's some people that misunderstand me being partisan and not being a let's go Ukraine. I'm being very partisan about this because hi World Zegon. It is only since the 90s that Ukraine has been an independent state. For 300 years, 300 plus years prior, they were under Russian control. Was it oppressive control? Yes, it may have well been, but I am not a Putin supporter. I do understand that Putin is a Russian and he supports Russia and he wants Russia first, just like Trump does. So just like Trump said in that meeting that I'm sorry, I'm still coughing, still nebulizing, still coughing. He said he can't take a side in this. He has to be a middle of the road kind of guy. So I think that this inevitable change, we're going into an age that is very similar to some of the growing pains that we saw in Russia when they became the Soviet Union. Talking the revolution. So I think we're going to see some of the growing pains of that. With that, do we see these fascination attempts? Those of you that have been with me for a while know what a fascination attempt is. There was something like that in Butler, Pennsylvania with Donald Trump. Abraham Lincoln didn't make it past his, and neither did JFK. So fascination here. 31 people in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in and post up in all bold letters your pop culture questions, because we are doing pop culture today. So this is inevitable change. And I do think that these guys can sometimes be fascinators, the Knight of Swords. So yes, are there people that want to come after him to fascinate him? Yes. Is there a good deal of protection, but preserving his life? Yes. Rhea Snakespeare, I am going to be talking about your prime minister on Wednesday. I'm going to talk about your sovereign on Thursday and their relationship with Zelensky. And maybe that's why my computer crashed right before this. So I do think that he's going to have some issues. Elon Musk, is he cutting it too close to the quick? Is he finding out too much? Too much. So my parents, my dad is the more indulgent of the two. My mom is a bit more practical. My dad will say, buy a great pair of shoes because you'll have them for a long time. And my mother will say, don't spend any of your money. What if you lose your job? What if you get no readings next week? So my mother is a bit more conservative fiscally within our family. And I think that Elon Musk is taking that situation. I think that role. I think he is saying it doesn't matter who's upset about this, but we've got to cut the fat. We've got to do that. And over here, the Hermit in reverse. So what is the again, this is suitcase position. This is how I read this position. It's how I teach my students. Read this in the suitcase position. This is something, some element from our past that we've either carried with us into the future that's affecting us negatively, or that we have to adopt so that we can be successful in this role. So in this case, he really needs to spill the beans and show where the inefficiency is. I think he really needs to be presenting this. Kathy, the world's loudest librarian, had an incident at her work. There was a young lady there whose husband works for the federal government. He was required to send one of those emails, and she had an absolute meltdown in the middle of their work. So, you know, some of these people are truly freaking out. And I will tell you guys this. I was one of those people that did have to send, I forgot about this. I actually had to send a productivity email when my second to last manager took a position at my former corporate job. And he actually was my underwriter. He was promoted. So I lost my underwriter, but he was my boss. So I was like, oh, this is fantastic. This is great. And we had to send an email out explaining where the bottlenecks were in our day, where the challenges were, where production went down. And he was going to bring to the table a way for him to fix those issues. So is this something that someone can fix? Possibly, that possibly is, he's trying to do this. He's not looking to make friends. He's not looking to stay in government. This is a contracted job. He is going to do this, and then he's going to go about his own business. I did a private reading for someone, and we wound up talking about Elon Musk, separate of the reading. And very interesting. I did see that there's going to be more innovation. I think he's going to be doing Doge for about 18 months. And then I think we're going to see more innovation out of him. Some interesting things that come up. So I think it's going to be really, really cool. So let's see what we got. So did I see Serena? I did. I saw that not so great Instagram post. It was kind of clunky. Clunky, I think, is the best word for it. So I did see it. And I also saw Lilibet's toes, which looked weird. If you haven't zoomed in on the picture, zoom in on her toes. They look quite odd. Is she an arsonist? The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. Unique New York. Unique New York.
Oh no, bro.
Oh, this is Gregopedia and I just talking movies all the time. So I see Megan with Serena in her PJs. Was that legit? What is that dog barking at? Two of Swords. That's an odd card to get there for a sleepover. Oh, they're not friends anymore, guys. I don't think they're friends anymore. Was it really Serena? Are we sure it was Serena? 5 of Wands. Conflict there. 8 of Cups. That's another walking away. That's another walking away, guys. 10 of Wands. All right. Was it Lily? We're going to do this from now on. Anytime she posts something about the kids, we're going to pendulum that. Is this the real Lilibet? Is this the real Lilibet? No, it is not. So we got a no for this Lilibet. I'm gonna keep using the pendulum. This pendulum's really good. I found my amethyst pendulum too. So no. Did you say Serena's been promoting Candyland for a long time? Did you say that out loud?
Did I say that?
Yeah.
No, I said there's nothing outside that's important.
You're looking on the camera. Maybe it's a ghost. Oh, wait, I was talking about Hillary Clinton, so maybe you can't see. They're in the bushes. Are they cutting the brakes on my car? There's crazy stuff going on.
Barking at the cats outside.
Meow meow. So, what is the deal with Candyland? I don't think that they're friends. Or wait, did WME? Was this a last ditch effort? WME? No, not WME. Did Megan call in a favor? You know what? I think it was. This is Lord Jim Dandy. That's silly. That is silly. I am not touching the Gene Hackman thing yet. I think it was Dave Murphy recommended doing a remote view, and I think I may do that. I think I may do that with Gene Hackman. I initially, when it happened, I thought there was something with the wife. I immediately went to the wife, and I think that she might have taken care of her own business, if you know what I mean. So apparently the data on his pacemaker said that it stopped functioning on the 17th of February. So it was not long ago. So, I don't know. It was a very strange situation. I think even if I was going to take an exit hatch, I think I would make arrangements for my dogs and my cats. I think I would make arrangements. So I don't know. I immediately was like, something's up with that wife. Oh wow, Zephyr. That's a whole thing. Holy crow. Maybe. Maybe I'll do a walkthrough. I'll see if I can do a walkthrough on the 17th and see what happened. I mean, I hope it wasn't, somebody doing that. So I think this conflict here, I think Megan really has asked too many favors. Who has seen the People magazine cover? She's got a big hat on. Now, don't get me wrong. Like, the world wears hats. Not enough, in my opinion. People aren't wearing enough hats.
People are not wearing enough hats.
They're not wearing enough hats. Schopenhauer.
He was a
Philosopher. This is nuts. Conversation's not
Yes.
working out for
The
us.
one that began with this.
Anita, hello. How are you, love? Grumpy Sapper wears a lot of hats. He wears a lot of hats. So,
Quite the man.
did she pay for the People magazine cover? Link Lauren had a hilarious post about it. It was very funny. It was like thirsty. So, did she pay for her People magazine coverage? Yeah. It's top secret, but I mean, this Eight of Pentacles, remember what I said, this Eight of Pentacles is the apprentice who has now become adept, skilled, journeyman. It is now someone who is producing consistently. It's a good work ethic. Work things are happening. You just go in there and you make things happen. Stephen King, great example. I don't like his politics. Stephen King was a really, really prolific writer. According to legend, he writes every day except for his birthday and 4th of July, which is very impressive. I actually grew up with somebody whose father was one of his roommates back in college when he was like a young undergrad. So the article in there, she talks about how Sussex is a title that they share. Oh, Carol, I'm going to be talking about that on Thursday. I'm going to do a longer video on that, but I will answer that question here. We'll do a little tease. I got you, baby birds. I'll feed you. So she talks about Sussex as a thing that they share as a family. They all have a name together. And that's normal. I mean, like, but he would be Harry Wales. He was Harry Wales when he was in school. So why not, go with the Harry Wales kind of thing? But they're going to use Sussex. So is she worried that title is going to go and be gone? Oh, no, not worried, getting over it, or excessively worried. Let's see what the next card says. She's not worried that she's going to lose that title. She's doubling down on it. That's why she was talking about it. She's making it impossible for them to even get rid of the title. So she is going to be Megan Sussex, I guess, in the future. I don't know what's under the surface. She doesn't have an identity anymore. Here, Two of Wands. We know what that means, guys. Splitsville. So I'm going to do a little prediction here. Oh my goodness, you see that? We're going to do a little prediction. Ready? So this is what's going to happen. Megan is going to say, when the time comes that they break up, there's not going to be any worry about that 10-year that they have to be married in California to get community property. It's not going to be anything like that. I actually commented on X about this on someone else's post. When I was married to my ex-husband is someone of note in the music industry. And when we were splitting up, we did reach out to a number of divorce attorneys, because we just wanted to 1, 2, 3 get it done. We got engaged 3 days after we met. We got married 3 months later, and the agreement was we would always, just split as friends if something happened. As it was, I got very sick and had to come back east. So, every divorce attorney that we spoke with in California. So inheritance, we're going to talk about that inheritance, because I don't think that inheritance is cash anymore. I think it is invested in lots of different things. So it is gone. I think he was very foolish about that, because he was in love. He was going to be married forever. So I might get a psychic score on the pipe this week. Oh, okay. I got one. Gavin Newsom, he's started a podcast, psychic score. So I think what's going to happen, on the Pope. So I think what's going to happen is she will file in California. Certainly she will file there. And what's going to happen is she is going to say in her divorce request, her appeal for divorce. What is it? Petition for divorce, I think. She will say that because of her association with the royal family and with Harry, that her reputation has been destroyed and it has rendered her unable to work. This is something that you will see with people of note in the celebrity sphere. It was what happened every time my ex-husband and I approached a divorce attorney. They would kind of get us on the side and they'd be like, he owed you so much more money. You're sick. You need this. And I was like, listen, no, we're not doing this. So we wound up filing here in New Jersey. But sometime later, and after he got remarried, it's a whole long story. Not for this forum.
Well, it really was.
I was a sister wife.
Yeah, it was big of you, big of him, big of me.
Yeah, it was,
Big of everyone.
he's a big guy though, Nonetheless, it is another interesting facet about my life. Not a lot I haven't done. I told Gregopedia I am open to the to having other wives, as long as they have good income. So I think that she is going to say that she is unable to earn a living, and that as a result, he's going to have to pay her some kind of alimony. Now, Zephyr, if they invested it, did they invest most of Harry's money in their life together? Did they invest most of the money? One card. You ready? Boom. That's a yes. Most of his money is tied up. So, and I also said that Queen Elizabeth had a plan B for him, because she was hip. She was a hip lady, like George Washington's wife, Martha Washington. So name that movie. That's a deep cut. So I think that Queen Elizabeth had a plan B where they were going to let Harry become bankrupt and then they would take him back and there wouldn't be any money left. But unfortunately, Queen Elizabeth died. He got his inheritance and he blew it all. So, I think it is all wrapped up, but now it becomes half, Eddie, half. So I do think that that's going on. Let's check in on Harry, because all we're hearing about is Meghan. Harry, how you doing? Oh, you know what? We are going. What does that mean, Grumpy? What do you mean, Black Money? Let's switch it over to the Animal Guides Tarot. Featured decks of the week. Still coughing. Just heard 33 subs, or 33 viewers. There was 37. There was over 40 for a minute. So 33. It's a magic number. 3 is a magic number. All right. So how's Harry doing? Let's see how Harry's doing. And we're going to read these in the upright, kids. Page of Cups, new love beginnings, trying to find. Oh, we got 2 cards for the cross. 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords. He is done, guys. Done. And the 6 of Swords, he is looking for the exit. He's looking for the exit. What do we have behind him? What does he need to bring into the future? Queen of Fire. He's got to bring that combative power in there. So when I was splitting up with Angus's dad, well, I'm not going to tell that story. Sometimes you have to stay angry. Sometimes you have to stay angry. Under the surface, Ace of Fire. He is looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many spaces. Searching for love. And there's that Magician. So, Outer Limits. Outer Limits. I don't see your question either. Hang on. Let me see if we can get that up there again, honey bunny. Or Grumpy, if you can see it, can you pull the Outer Limits question and post it up for me? So I don't have Nightbot doing it. Margie. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Dave Murphy, drive carefully. See you in a few minutes. So I might not be on by the time you get back. I'm going to close out like 5:15, 5:20 over here. So tell the kids have a great day at school. So Page of Water. This is new beginnings in romantic relationships right here. What is blocking him is being done with this and needing to get out of Dodge. Page of Earth. This is Page of Pentacles. And that is also new beginnings. So he wants a new emotional beginning. So that tells us that life is not great at home. Ace of Fire down here is a little bit of bow chicka wow wow kind of energy here. So, huh?
You got a brown chicken and brown cow?
Brown chicken bow wow. No, there's a dog there. Bow wow.
Brown chicken.
Socrates, how are you? So, World Gone Z, you could see Outer Limits question. Can you copy it there for me? Please. So, Zephyr, you can see it too. Can you do it? Please do that. So we've got Ace of Fire. This is a very, very potent energy. That is a potent energy. Thank you, Zephyr. Thank you so much for doing that. We got it. Thank you, kids. Thank you, Outer Limits. That is fantastic. You guys are awesome. Great teamwork, guys. And here, the Magician, the unicorn, he is trying to move off, trying to make some magic happen. So that's okay. You guys can all repost. That's fine. It's fine. Listen, some days I am thick as a brick, and you guys got to pound me over the head. So what kind of advice do we have for Harry? What kind of advice for Harry? Five of Earth, 10 of Water, 6 of Water. That is fantastic. 3 of Earth and 5 of Fire. I'm going to feature this deck with the Llewellyn Classic Tarot on my Teaspoon of Tarot. So you guys will get a bunch of those tonight. I'll have them all laid out for the week. So up top, we have 12, the Awakening, which is our Hangman card. And then we have Wheel in the Sky keeps on turning. Don't know where I'll be tomorrow. That was the last verse. So 5 of Earth. That is our mendicants. Remember the little people that are in front of the church? They're walking through the snow with their crutches and their rags on. The manatees. Focusing upon negative or worrying about money or your career. Money, I think, is a worry. Can block your progress because your trust and faith are at a low point right now. It's best not to start your own business or become self-employed. So right now, he kind of needs to stay in the mud, needs to stay in the fix right now. 10 of water, we're ready to move on to a different relationship. 6 of water, goose, we are moving into a better place. 6 of cups, a place where we remember things. Remember, this is the nostalgia card. So this is bringing us back to what we once had. 3 of earth, 3 of pentacles. Again, it's conceptual. When we have ace, 2, and 3, we're talking about conceptual things that we're thinking about, not actual physical, tangible business. 5 of fire is conflict. So this is the planning, and then it is a goose, Lord Jim Dandy. So this is the planning stage. This is the active fighting phase. 46 of us here in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Mixtape Monday. Now, awakening. This is the hangman card. You guys know I love the hang. Oh, Jim Dandy, that was funny. Foul play. Very funny. So the awakening with the hangman in reverse, a little bit of a different thing. This, everyone's been saying, wake up, Harry, wake up, Harry, wake up, Harry. Guess what? He's waking up. He's starting to see the error of his ways. I think the pressure of being unhappy every single day, the Greta Thunbergness of him. I think it's a lot of work to be outraged all day long. It's a lot of work to be, huh?
That sounds exhausting.
Sounds exhausting, right? So Gregopedia and I have a former friend who was constantly dissatisfied with stuff and would bitch and complain about a lot of stuff. You know who I'm talking about. The Colombian.
Yeah.
Yes. So she would bitch and complain. I dropped it. She would bitch and complain about a lot of stuff. And really, it was exhausting to be around her and exhausting to go places with her because she was so unpleasant about everything. And it was like, we're having this beautiful meal. We're having delicious drinks. We're sitting in front of a sunset. Like, why can't you just shut the F up and enjoy yourself and live in the moment and stop flexing like you need some help? World Gone Z, he has lost British support, but I do not think that his family will abandon him. I do not. You know why? Because under the surface, he is still their blood. And he's already spilled lots of secrets. They really don't want to see him spill anymore. Yes, you will see another dueling tarot. I have been wicked sick since the new year started. And I've had 2 kinds of flu. And I messaged Alicia the other day. I told her I effing miss her. And she was like, I miss you too. So I will coordinate with her and see if we can make that happen soon. I miss her dearly. I love doing dueling tarot. It does take a lot out of us, but it's a lot of fun. She's a lot of fun to hang out with. So let's get to our next question. We mixed up that energy there. Let me see. How does Demi feel about not getting the best actress? I don't even know what she was in. Like, how sad is that? Like, that's how out of tune with when I was sick. I watched Cabin Boy. I watched The Three Amigos. I watched Alice. What's that? High Cinema. I watched Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon, the animation. And I don't even know what else I watched. I'm so sick. So, all right. So here we go. They will hide Zephyr. I agree. I think they'll hide him away somewhere, like near Scotland. I don't think they'll move him away with Andrew, and I don't think he'll go with the Spencers. I don't think he'll go with the Spencers. I don't think they'll let him. So how does Demi feel? She thought that was she's not happy. I'm sorry. She's not happy. She thought it was a dumb decision that they made. And it has actually made her lose faith in Hollywood. We've got the Star in reverse, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse. It was an ill-advised, ill-decided kind of pick. She's very upset about it. I think she thought she was going to get it. Queen of Swords. She has left Hollywood before. I don't know if you guys remember this. She went to Idaho when her children were growing up, and she was dating like a karate instructor or something crazy like that. And she like lived the life of a normal person for a long, long time. So I think, I think she's really reconsidering that. Under the surface, she thought that the powers that be were finally going to give her that. So what is she going to do from here? Let's clean up this real estate. What is she going to do? Is she are we going to see her disappear? I want to be alone. Are we going to see that? Humanaki! How are you, my friend? Humanaki, greetings. Ace of Wands. Devil in reverse. King of Swords. Zephyr, are you seeing this? I think she's going to take a step out of filmmaking for a little bit. I think she's going to try her hand at writing. Now, is she going to write movies? There's definitely a partnership here with Two of Cups. I don't know if it's going to be like writing a book, but I do think she's going to be writing with a partner. Is it possibly a memoir for Bruce Willis, who I adore? I love Bruce Willis. Hate that he's not well. Possibly. I do feel it's more of a creative work. I think this is Humanaki. This is Mixtape Monday Tarot Live. So this is just pop culture questions. Mercury and Leo. How are you, sweetie? Or should I say Mrs. Wait, who does she love? Why am I drawing a blank? Why am I? Yes, Mrs. Hetfield. Mercury and Leo. Mrs. Hetfield. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Zephyr, I don't think it's produce or direct. I think she's going to be telling a story. So, which you could produce or direct and tell a story, but I think she's actually going to be writing. I think this is actually writing. So, but I do think she's going to be writing with a partner. So I'm very curious about that. What is this? Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, the Emperor. Oh, you know what? I don't know if she's going to write it in her name. I don't know if we're going to know that this is Demi writing it, but I think it's going to be a condemnation of the machine that is in Hollywood. Look at this. Queen of Wands and Judgment. I think she is going to condemn Hollywood. I have to see Adrian Brody's speech because I'm hearing like mixed things about it. I am an Adrian Brody fan. I like Adrian Brody. I think he is very unusual looking, but I think he's extremely sexy. No offense, Greg. He's not on my hall pass list. Too skinny. It's like hugging your sister. So, oh my God, Humanaki, I love you. I love you. Humanaki agrees. Adrian Brody is hot. Yeah, a lot of people. I actually worked with a guy, and his face looked like Adrian Brody, and this was that bozo. Wait, I'm going to mute myself for a second. I told him that he looked like Adrian Brody, and my old manager, like, he had a problem with me, and he's like, maybe that was his problem. Oh, I didn't see that either. Oh, Bieber, I didn't see any of it, so that is kind of gross. I hate gum.
Adrian Brody kind of looks like what Emo Phillips and Paul Rubens would look like if they had a baby.
So I don't know if you guys could hear that. Gregopedia says that Adrian Brody looks like what Emo Phillips and Pee Wee Herman, or well, Paul Rubens would look like, their baby would look like. I don't know. I loved it. If you haven't seen Summer of Sam, Adrian Brody's in that movie. Plays a wild role in that movie. So let me go back to my questions here. Oh, poor Nancy. Poor Nancy. Now I've read on this before, Drusilla. I know I'm on mute right now. I've read on this before. Let's see if any of that energy changed. The reading that I got before is Nancy Pelosi will never go to prison. She will die comfortably in her own bed, soft pillows, surrounded by those who love her. But let's see. Let's see if that's changing. Maybe Doge is making it changing. Judgment. 9 of Cups. Page of Wands. 3 of Swords. So I do think that we get a judgment on her, on her activities, but I think it's not what she wants it to be. But I think in the end, hi Sylvia's daughter, it comes out in the wash and she walks away. This 3 of Swords, it's like your reputation is stained, but she's like, what do I care? What do I care? I'm old and rich. What seriously? Did you really see that, Grumpy Sapper? Stop it. Don't do that. Don't say that. He said that Adrian Brody came out as not straight.
Oh.
But I don't believe it. I'm not believing it.
Well, he kissed Halle Berry.
Huh?
He kissed Halle Berry, and then she kissed him.
So would that make him gay?
No, would that make him? I wouldn't make him anything.
Grumpy Sapper, stop spreading rumors. He goes, oh my God, what a reaction. Look, the devil card jumped out. Shame on you. He just dropped a hand grenade in. So my my GP, when he gave me the the nebulizer, I said, can't I just do the inhaler? He goes, no, that's like a pea shooter. You need a hand grenade or a grenade launcher. I was like, okay. Oh, yeah. That's like telling me Johnny Depp is gay. Like, I have a reaction to that. I'm going to have a reaction. Don't say one single word about Bon Scott because I will lose my mind. Hi, Sunny Side Up. Zephyr, right? They're like jumping right out of the deck. So, was the king asked by the crime minister to meet with Zelensky? And like I said, I am going to do a video on the king meeting with Zelensky on Thursday. So you guys have that to look forward to. I'm just going to sit here. Gregopedia,
Yes.
You're not watching. What card do you think I got?
What was the question?
Was the king asked by the PM to meet with Zelensky? I'm gobsmacked at the answer.
Yes.
It's a yes card. Do you know which yes card? See how good Gregopedia is. I don't know, some wavy lines.
A couple of wavy lines.
Do I need to give you an electric shock? 9 of Cups. This is the yesiest yes card in the deck. Yesiest yes card in the deck. Wow. So more on that this Thursday. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you, Dave Murphy. He's getting way too political. So, all right, I'm not gonna ask any more questions about that because I gotta save them for my Thursday video. I want to give you guys a treat on Thursday. Outer limits. Here we go. How likely is the Pope to make it to Easter when a new Pope at that time would have greater reading? Will they keep him on life support? So let's see. Is he on life support? I was seeing that they keep replacing his blood. They keep recycling that. Oh, stop it. Gregopedia. Way to get political. These cards are all over the place. Oh, my dear. My dear. You know what? Ella was born on Easter, and I think we should make the we should do like our own, what do you call it? Fabergé eggs. Why don't we do that?
Kind of we do our own Last Supper.
What?
Do our own Last Supper kind of painting.
No. Kay's family did that. We'll never beat that.
Yeah, but it's only because he looked like you.
It doesn't matter. They all posed. So, all right, I'm going to lose people watching. I'll explain that later. My girlfriend Kay, her husband had really long hair, and they did the Last Supper picture, and it was hilarious because they're a Greek family, and they nailed it. He keeps going into acute respiratory failure. So, all right. So, how's the Pope today? Let's look. How's the Pope today? And then we'll look at Easter. Easter. 6 of Pentacles. He's doing okay today. He's having an up day. Up day. Queen of Cups. Having an up day. So, did they just replace his blood? King of Cups under the surface. I don't think he's very happy about this, though. Queen of Wands. He's running out of gas. Up top, Ace of Pentacles. We're losing traction here, guys. So, I don't know when my Zephyr, I don't even know what all that means. If he does pass, it takes 15 days for the conclave to begin, and if it happens during Holy Week, I believe that extends it 15 days. So it's apple pie today in the Vatican. I don't know what that means. In the hospital. So I'm not sure what happens. I'm not Catholic. I'm not a Catholic, so I don't know. Empress not taking care anymore. 10 of Wands. We're at the end, guys. We're at the end. Pope Francis, carry on. So I do think that they're keeping him hanging on. I think everything they're doing is to support him. This looks like hopes and fears, that new beginning, transition. Here, I think they're losing the battle, but they keep going. They keep going with what they're pumping them full of something. So, Mercury and Leo. I can't believe you like my channel. I love politics. I am a maniac. Greg's family does not talk about politics. My family? It's all they talk about.
Well, no, because some people in my family are a little too sensitive on it. So.
Well, we have people that are sensitive in our family, too.
I prefer not to. I don't think it's the height of conversation, personally.
But world events is a topic that we should be discussing. I was a history minor. I need to talk about world events. We're living in history. We're living in tomorrow's history.
That makes sense.
It does. So, is the Pope going to make it to Easter? Oh, when is Easter? Do we know when Easter is?
It's the day after Good Friday.
That helps me not.
I think it's something like 42 weeks after Wednesday.
I don't know. Kathy's going to be telling everybody, don't eat the meat. My BFF, the world's loudest librarian, she is Catholic. She's Irish Catholic. Doesn't get more Catholic than that. And she yells at us not to eat the meat every Friday. I'm like, we're not Catholic. We're eating the meat.
She can curse like a sailor all day.
She can curse like a sailor all day. So, is he going to make it to Easter? I don't know when Easter is, but is he going to make it to Easter? So, psychically, I'm getting something about Sunday, Monday. Tuesday is blank, and then Wednesday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is blank, and then Wednesday.
Monday.
Easter Sunday.
Tuesday.
Moving forward. Monday. Tuesday. Is Tuesday our day? Wednesday. Thursday. So No, I don't have to have fish on Friday. I don't even like fish. And I'm married to a Japanese guy. Go figure. I love you. It's a big complaint in this house. Greg and Ellen both like fish. Ellen likes shrimp. I just don't like it. So, Easter Sunday, we're going to be moving forward. I think Monday is the day that he evacuates. But I think we're going to be on some kind of life support here. And then I think Thursday may be the day that it happens. So it's still, I feel like they are trying to keep him going. So whatever that reason is, is it to have greater meaning, or are they trying to figure something out? Greater meaning, trying to figure something out. They're trying to figure something out. These are the more powerful cards here. So greater meaning, yes, is fantastic. Like this could be very interesting, could be very neat. But here it's like the timing's going to be all off. They're not going to be able to kind of ascribe this greater meaning to it. Here, I think they're trying to figure something out. I think they're trying to really, really figure out who is going to be next and how we're going to do this transition, how we're going to go from one place to the other. How is Harry's relationship with William? How is their relationship? Let's see if they have a relationship. Let's see what that is. Mixtape Monday. Mixtape Monday. Oh, I'm not fighting with you, Mercury and Leo. Is anybody fighting? So, what are we? Are we fighting? Nobody's fighting. Everybody was kung fu fighting. I would agree, Outer Limits, that they would have somebody in line, but they're trying to figure out like the best option. So I think they may be questioning their options. Another jump out card. So how is Harry's relationship with William? Sapper is always saying something, Mercury and Leo. Still can't laugh that one. Lockdown. What's Harry's side? William's side. All right, this is easy. Harry is jealous of the success of his brother, and it doesn't have to be monetary success. It's name recognition, Q representation. His Q rating is higher. People like him better. He's like, William's a jerk. He gave me noogies when I was young, and he got the biggest sausage. So, this is just really sibling rivalry, looking at how much his brother has and how much he doesn't, his marriage, all of those things. Thank you, Margie. Over here, William is like, I'm working. I got work to do. My dad is sick. My wife was sick. I've got kids. I've got work to do. I have a empire to run. Is it still called an empire?
Kingdom.
It's kingdom. It's kingdom.
An empire is a different type of government.
Okay.
An emperor has dominion over other kings.
Oh, well, he does not. So, okay. All right. So, William's just real busy. He's got to work. So, if. Oh God, was my Harry accent good? I didn't even notice. Hi, Sharon. I see you there, Sharon. So, if
what if you and somebody else?
if he decides to leave Megatron, will William lay down his sword and be a support to him? At this point, no. No, William's like, nope. Nope. I'm going to have a lot of words to say to you. I'm going to say that you are a sucker and that you should move on your own. You wanted to go on an adventure like Bilbo Baggins and our dog Bruno. He went on an adventure. When we bought this house, our dog Bruno, we were here, 2 days? And the neighbors called and they're like, is this your dog? And we were like, oh my God. He just wandered up the street. Our dog Bruno had a British accent. He also wore glasses a lot. Oh, by the way, Mama Cat has figured out how to get into the lanai through one of the rips in the screen. Okay. So she was sitting on the table the other day. So, yes. So, not Clive Fargus. Scott Fargus's wife. So, Grumpy Samba, where'd you learn to do your English accent from? Dick Van Dyke. I can't do it. 11. It's the elevator skit with the Scottish guys trying to get the voice activated elevator to work. So the one guy says to him, where should you learn how to do your English accent? From Dick Van Dyke. Mary Poppins. So yeah. So I think William is going to say, you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and I don't care. You're on your own. You went on an adventure. Here, your intrepid spirit where you left and went away. Oh, Sharon, it is our cat. She's a feral cat outside. We have 3 cats inside the house, and she's a feral cat, and she's got like a little house on the front porch. We have a clouder next door of barn cats and feral cats. There's about 8 of them. And then we've got three male suitors that have come over to visit. Cutie Patootie, who lives on our porch. We have Elon Musk cat, Orange Julius, and Cheshire. So lots of cats. We live in the country. So, it's just kind of stuff that happens. So under the surface, William is really like, get over your mommy issues, man. But I'm not going to mommy you. We, the royal family, are not going to be your mom. You have to adjust and move forward. And we're not giving you any money. You're broke of your own accord. So no, I do not think that at this time, today, right now, if Harry said, I'm leaving Meghan, I don't think that he would help. Outer limits, you got that right. Lots of cats and low population of rats and mice and moles. We have moles in our country too. So this is a great question. Humanaki, I like it. Was Cousin Eddie right all along? So Randy Quaid, those of you that don't know anything about Randy Quaid kind of went the plaid a number of years ago.
But did he?
But did he? A lot of people were like, he went bananas. Dave Murphy, have a good day at work, my friend. Always great to see you in here. So he started talking about a lot of crazy stuff. And him and his wife had like an altercation with the police, didn't they? It was some weird stuff. So was Randy Quaid right all along? I like Randy Quaid. I don't like beards. He's got like a big crazy beard right now, but I like Randy Quaid. 3 of Pentacles. What's crossing it, guys? We don't know. The Fool. He was a little bit reckless. And so 9 of Swords. This is really real. Oh, B-Bear. I know we were talking about whackers. I hope they're not the whackers we were talking about. I'm sorry, that's an inside joke, guys. B-Bear's a friend of mine. We talk about crazy stuff. How about those Golden Globes? So, Randy Quaid did have a lot of anxiety in the past. Dennis Quaid's hot. Meg Ryan was stupid. Nine of Swords. He was onto something. And under the surface, he should have tempered that information that came out. I think he released the stuff that he knew too soon and did not have enough people that were with him. Here, Three of Pentacles. He didn't have that coalition. He didn't have the skill set to impart that information in a temperate, controlled manner. It was more blah, like, here's all this information. There may have been some truth, but he blew it out of proportion. That, Zephyr, you said it best. You said it best. So yeah, are we going to see a return of Randy Quaid? Is he going to come back, or is he going to go Ruby Ridge? I said Ruby Ridge. I said Ruby Ridge. Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. I think we see a return. I think we see a return. I think we're going to get him back. I think we're going to get some interesting information about him. Did he move back to Vermont? Is he back in Vermont? I know he's in Vermont for a while. Vermont has high taxes. I like the state, but high taxes. Outer Limits. There we go. Will there be any legal consequences arriving for any who may be on the list? That list. Flight log. I knew he was in Canada, yeah. Look at that delicious cup of Yorkshire Red. Carol, have a great afternoon. I'll see you on. I'll see you in the next one. I will have another live this week coming out. Get lots of lives for me this week. Very cool. I think Saturday may be a live for me. So, any legal consequences for people on that list? The list that we haven't seen. King of Pentacles. That's the guy. Look, it even kind of looks like him. Kind of looks like him. Huh. Fool in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. The World. It's not legal consequences. Judgment's in reverse here under the surface. So I think this really is a stain that you can't wash off. Now, I do know that there are some interesting people that were on that flight. Donald Trump was on the list. Who else was on that list? Anyone who's this? We knew Donald Trump was going to be on it. Who? Tom Hanks, Anthony Kiedis, Hillary Clinton was on it. One flight you can be sure isn't going to crash.
The safest you can be.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize.
Guys, if you don't hear from me for the rest of the week, you know what happened. Tell my story. Billy Boy. Yeah, Bill was on it. Naomi Campbell was on it. So Zephyr's laughing. Zephyr, tell my story. I'll send you all my files. So I think this is really not so much being locked up. Kathy Griffin. Gene Hackman was not on that flight, was he? Kathy Griffin. I don't think this is locked up. I don't think it's locked up, but I think it's reputational. I think, a lot of people, it's just Beyonce. I think a lot. Hi, Claudia. How are you? I think a lot of people, this is just a stain you can't wash off. This is something you don't want to be a part of. Here's something. Stephen Hawking. He was there. Hi, Foxy. Foxy, I got your message when I was I had two lives. So They were back to back. One was a members only, and I got your message. I'm so sorry. I didn't respond yet. Angus has the flu now. So it's always wonderful to have you here, Foxy. So after this, I've got to take his temperature, and then I got to go pick up my darling sweet Ella. So does Ghislaine, Ghislaine, I'm choking to death. Does Ghislaine give us any more? No, she's got nothing left. She's not telling any more stories. Why not? Why not? Oh, she's worried. She's worried about being undone too. She wants to keep herself protected. She's said everything that she could say without getting in any deeper. So Ghislaine's not going to give us anything else. Here's something fun. Rhea, you splitting? Good night, Rhea. Get a good night's sleep. So is the next series of information going to be any more revealing? High Priestess, Lovers in Reverse. So I think what the files that they're releasing, and this is where Pam Bondi is taking a lot of heat. I think what they're revealing is what's missing. So I think it's the information that has been redacted and destroyed. We're going to see the gaps in it. Close examination of the information that they present, the stuff that's going to be in those binders. I think it was very interesting that they gave them to influencers, and I'm a little hurt that this influencer was not one of them. You know, why can't I? Why can't I get a binder? I want a binder. What do I have to do to get a binder? So Pam Bondi, send me a binder. You can FedEx it. Hillary Clinton knows my address.
Oh, good God.
What's that?
Oh
boy, here we go. So no, I think she's being stonewalled too. I think she just doesn't. There's just not a lot of information there. I think there's a lot that's been redacted. Why else would it take so long for all of this information to come out? They had to take care of him. They had to put him, where he went. If he went there. And they had to get rid of all that information. So, allegedly there was all this video footage. There was a box that said evidence. Humanaki, yeah, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. For the longest time, we couldn't talk about this dude. So Humanaki, I'm going to pull this up. And I'm not saying any of those words, but you guys know what it is. You know what that means from the is country. So was he one of them? 7 of Wands in reverse. That's kind of wild. Possibly double, triple agent. I think he was working for a lot of different sides. All right.
He's trying to work for all sides.
Crazy.
I think he just gave to the highest bidder.
All right, so we're just about. I'm gonna conclude our questions here. So Humanaki is the last one at 5:36. That's the last question I'm gonna answer. So I gotta go get my sweet baby girl. Let me make sure she hasn't texted me yet. Sure. Okay. Yes. There we go. All right, so I do have to finish up in about the next 10 minutes. All right, so does Zelensky have a $20 million house in Florida? We are hearing this all over the place. Does he have a $20 million house? I'm going to say no. But I think he has access to a house. I don't think he bought one in Florida. Just saying. And let's see. Will William continue the relationship with the WEF when he becomes king? Let's see. It's going to be a little bit bigger of a spread, but I'm going to do it quick, guys. Boom. 5 of Cups. High Priestess. 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. I think that relationship is going to conclude. I think it's going to be more pressure than it's worth once he becomes king. I think the benefit, the financial benefit of being a part of that is going to outweigh the benefit is not going to, the juice is not going to be worth the squeeze. Let's put it that way. The relationship is not going to do good. It's going to be more complicated than need be. And I think he's going to move forward. But again, I have predicted that the royal family is going to be very different when William ascends to the throne. I don't think it's going to be the same royal family. I just don't. Let me see over here. We got 2 more questions. I don't know who John O'Keefe is. All right. Does Bill Gates really believe that 90% should be terminated? So here's a scary thing. It's not just 90%. He wants to pick which ones are going to stay and go. So those Georgia Guidestones, like there's a real thing there. 9 of Wands, it's not sustainable. He's the exact opposite of what Elon Musk says, that we need to populate more. He's like, no, we got to get rid of population and we have to pick the best and the brightest. So we would all have to undergo genetic testing, intelligence testing, all kinds of stuff like that. He would pick and choose which ones stay and which ones go. I almost feel like it would be for purposes of eugenics and engineering.
He's pro-T robot.
Crow-T robot? Yes, he is Crow-T robot.
Who lives and dies.
So, Sylvia, I don't know who John O'Keefe is. I can describe the person. I don't know the suspects. So let's see. Guarded information about the fascinator, the person who took care of that. Love relationship gone wrong. New relationship. I should say love relationship, but relationship gone wrong. So I think it might have been a friendly person. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm not sure what that means. Covering one's tracks to avoid prison. I don't know if we'll find out who did that. I don't know if they'll find out who did that. It looks like that information is well protected and it was well crafted situation. So this is going to be my last question, guys. And I'm sorry that I'm like racing to the finish line. Was Musk serious when he said he was going to get fascinated for what he was about to reveal? Oh, B-Bear, I got that question too. I'll answer that. Harriet. Oh, sweet Harriet. Bringer of salutations from other nations. So was Musk serious when he said he was going to get fascinated for what he said? Yeah, because that is carefully guarded information. He does not want to see that go. Or certain people do not want to see that go. It's very carefully guarded, sharp swords and things and prickly bits to get that information out there. So let's look at this moon landing. Moon landing. All right, so moon landing. First landing since the 60s. Right? Stanley Kubrick. Big wink.
It didn't happen in the 60s.
Huh?
According to some people, it didn't happen in the 60s either.
It's a company called Firefly. B-Bear winked back at me. So, will information come out about mysterious things on the moon? 6 of Swords, Star in reverse, Empress in reverse, the Hangman, 8 of Pentacles. Yes, new information. Let's go. This is I almost feel like they were going there to refute some of the information that was coming out. I really want to see what Elon Musk does up on the moon. I'd like to see that. But new information is coming out. What kind of information? So there's some may say, we will find a brighter day. Everybody, where are my Oasis fans? So some say, even some friends of ours, that that the moon is hollow and that it is a space station. Humanaki, I'm looking at you, that we are observed from. Some also say that Planet X broke up and that's part of Planet X and there's a substation in there. Correct, Greg?
I haven't heard that, but that's interesting.
Oh, that's that. Oh, hi, Penny D. So this is interesting because we see the Hierophant. These are power centers, right? So if we go to the moon, we find new things, power centers that are very upsetting and disappointing. And it starts a whole new situation. So protective satellite, yes, that is, it's the outpost. So I like to think those of you that watch People of Earth, that's...
There's I saw an idea for comic book that was basically like that it was an observation station.
So I think perhaps we find out that this is an observation station. Oh, Mercury and Leo, da da da, my darling. Misfits, right from up here, Lodi, New Jersey. When I was a little punk rocker, one of my friends, her backyard matched up to Glenn Danzig's grandma's backyard. I think it was his grandma's, might have been another family member. And they used to have their big kid parties out there. And we were like all little dorks, staring at them over the fence. So yes, Foxy, I am jumping off. I am going to go get my darling daughter. But thank you guys for coming to this first ever live Mixtape Monday, where we cover all the fun stuff in the world. And next week I will be back to production style for you guys. I had to do this because my production time was eaten up by going to the doctor with my son. So thank you all for joining in. Mods, thank you very much. Quick reminder, and I'm going to pop up that comment right here. Mercury and Leo, I am going to be planning out my schedule when I come back. And I want to remind everyone, Friday, we have lives with Grumpy Sapper. He is going to be on at 3:15 New York time, 12:15 California time, 8:15 UK time. And I don't even know what time it is for him because he is way, way in the future. And Dave Murphy and everybody that's in Australia, I really have no idea what time it is for you. So come see us, come hang out with us. We're going to have a good time. I may be on the back end of it. I may not be on the front end. So we will talk very soon, and I will see you guys in the future. Thank you so much for being here. Talk to you later. Don't forget, 2 for Tuesday tomorrow.